Welcome, everybody, to The World is a Mess, episode 27, June the 7th, 2021. And I'm here with my co host, Daniel Bertison from Bellwood, Ontario. And I'm here in North Hollywood, California. How's it going, Daniel?
I'm doing good. It's a little warm today, though. It's kind of humid.
In Bellwood, Ontario, it's warm?
Yeah.
Like, what temperature is it there?
Oh my God, I don't know, but it is pretty damn warm. It's really hot. I mean, it's really warm. We had to keep the doors open today because it was just I couldn't stay in the car. We couldn't even bring Coco out to throw the Shih Tzu.
That's right. You probably don't have air conditioning.
No, we do. We do have air conditioning, but still, we can't keep it on all the time. You know,
Why not? Why not?
Well, you know, sometimes sometimes we got to leave my mom leaves the car and I have to stay in the car, and when I'm all closed up in the car, it's hot, and I got to open up the window, or wait, I can't open up the window because there's automatic windows, so I got to open up the door.
So you only cuddle with your dog during the winter time, but not during the summer because it's too hot.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, getting on to the show. So what's on your mind? You were telling me some things that you had looked up online.
Yeah.
About movies and MCU and whatnots.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, we were talking about Loki, right? A lot of people saw advanced screenings of Loki, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be really good. I looked; it's not available. I can't find it online yet, but it should be available in a couple of days. On June the 9th, days June the 7th. So I'm excited because I like time travel, and I think Loki is an interesting character. They killed him off in Infinity War, but they brought him back as a time variant, so I think that's interesting. The whole idea of the time variant authority, I never really read about it in the comics. I never really read those issues that had the time variant authority, but it looks fascinating, and it has ties to Kang the Conqueror. So only time will tell, but from what I can tell in the trailer, it looks like it's going to be really interesting. Because different alternate universes, different alternate versions of Loki, he apparently is going to be fighting himself. So I am excited about that. Are you?
Oh yeah, this is going to be fun.
I think it'll be the best.
The funnest series so far.
I think it'll be the best MCU series so far. I think it'll even be better than WandaVision. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, in my opinion, sucked. WandaVision was good. It wasn't great. It was slightly disappointing, but it was good. And I think this will actually be a great series because I love time travel and parallel universes. It's a couple of my favorite topics in science fiction. And Loki's an interesting, colorful character, anti-hero, villain, depending on, I guess which variant of Loki you're talking about. So cool. I think it'll be interesting to see, there's different versions of Loki where some versions destroyed New York City and destroyed all of Manhattan and became post-apocalyptic type Earth. So I think it's interesting, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So anything else that you wanted to talk about the Loki? We've talked about Loki. I don't really have too much more to say about Loki because I haven't, other than the trailers, I haven't seen the series yet.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were talking about what's his name? Andy Muschietti released a pic from the Flashpoint movie, the set of the Flashpoint movie, and it shows the Michael Keaton Batman symbol on the suit, and it has a little bit of blood on it. And it kind of makes you wonder, wow, what's happening on Earth 89 right now? I mean, it's really interesting.
Maybe they're going to kill off Michael Keaton's Batman. Who knows?
I don't know. I think that would be very controversial if they did that.
Well, you know what's very controversial? Batman and Robin.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that was my very first Batman movie I ever bought.
I know. I just think it's cheesy. It's not a good movie. That's all I can say. Been many years since I've seen it, but it's not.
Oh, yeah. You didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was not convincing as a scientist because he doesn't seem like a very. Arnold Schwarzenegger does not come off as being very intellectual to me. I mean, he couldn't even keep it in his own pants when he was governor. So, and that led to the destruction of his political career. I don't think he's a very effective leader. He's a good actor. I will say that. He's a good action star, but I don't think he was cast right for the role of Mr. Freeze. It was cheesy and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Anything else on your mind?
Wait, hold on a second. I want to copy and paste this. 1 second. Or I don't know
Copy and paste what?
I want to show you the symbol, the picture, that was leaked. I mean, if you can share screen it, that would be cool.
Well, you got to share it with me before I can even see it.
Yeah, okay. I gave it to you on Skype. 1 second, yeah. Look at that. Look at how awesome that is.
Okay, where did you get this image from?
Yeah, like it's everywhere. It's a leaked photograph from Andy Muschietti's The Flash movie, and I got that from Emergency Awesome's video.
Okay. I'm not sure how to screen share in Zoom. I've never actually done it before. I used to do it in Google Hangouts all the time before they crippled Google Hangouts. Let's see.
I think you got to put on Skype and then put on the Zoom video on top of Skype, and then you got to hit the share screen button, and then it kind of gives you.
I don't see a share screen, Jen. I see stop video, mute, security, reactions. Oh, share screen. Advanced sharing options. Dual monitors recommended. One participant can share at a time.
Hold on a second. Let me
Only
try.
host. Okay, but how do I? That's okay. I see. Never mind. I already figured it out. There we go, folks, people. So where did you get this image? Okay, so we're looking at the image that you shared on Skype. Where did you get this image?
Okay, it's on Den of Nerds. It's on Emergency Awesome. Like, a lot of people have this image, and it was leaked from the set of Andy Muschietti's The Flash. So The Flash is going to go to Earth 89 universe.
Well, with all the blood, it looks like they're going to kill him off. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, a lot of people are wondering, like, they're saying that this is the Batman Returns suit, but a little bit more armored up. It's like an evolution of the Batman Returns suit. And, well, yeah, I mean, it looks armored. I mean, it looks very well armored. It's like, wow. I mean, remember the first suit from the 89 Batman, right? He was shot. How many times he was shot? He was like shot like 10 times in the whole movie. And he kept on getting back up again. Mm-hmm. Because that 89 suit was so armored up. Now this movie is going to come out in 2022. So you can imagine how beefed up the suit will be, right? Because as time goes on, things become more advanced, or at least they should be, right?
You're talking about parallel universes. Anything goes. Anything goes. But
so, like, like for example, body armor from 1989. The body armor they make today should be even better, right?
Okay, I'm going to stop share. Okay, there we go. I learned something new today, folks. I learned how to screen share in Zoom. Wow. After all this time, we're on episode 27. I finally learned how to screen share. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be good. It could be bad, depending on how it's written. I've become disimpressed with the DC TV shows because they kind of ended on a whimper.
I know, right? I can't stand to watch the DC TV shows.
Batgirl kind of sucks. Arrow, in my opinion, was kind of boring. Flash has become boring. Supergirl became boring, and then they canceled it.
It's so sad.
Is Supergirl even over now? Let's see. I know that they said season 6, I think it was going to be the last season. Oh, it's still technically not canceled. It's according to Wikipedia, Supergirl, the first season started October 26, 2015, and it's still ongoing to present. But I heard that season 6 was going to be the last season.
Yeah, it's so sad. I like Supergirl. She's hot.
Well, yeah, but the story got more convoluted and boring. They really could have done a better job with like Lex Luthor or some Kryptonians or something to make it more interesting. The villains always seem kind of weak to me and wishy-washy. But
yeah. So yeah, but hey, have you seen Superman and Lois?
I've seen a few episodes. I never really watched the show that regularly, but yeah.
It's getting better and better. The first episodes were boring, right? They were
boring.
Oh,
wait. Superman and Lois, that's the new show. I haven't seen it yet. I never got around to it. It looked kind of boring to me, but you like it?
Yeah, I mean, the more it goes on, the better it gets.
Okay. So how many episodes in are they for Superman and Lois?
I think they're like in episode 8 or episode 9.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm waiting for like what's it called? What do you call it? I'm waiting for like something special to happen, because they did hint that something special was going to happen. They hinted at like they connected to Crisis on Infinite Earths, right?
Is it a prequel or does it take place past Crisis?
Yeah, past Crisis. And they're showing this guy like they call him Captain Luthor, and he's from a different Earth, and we see little pieces of his Earth and flashbacks. It's really interesting.
Okay. It's
really sad though, because you know what? The universes that the DC TV created were merged into Earth to make Earth Prime.
Well, the problem I have is, I've been a little bit out of the loop because, I haven't gone to comic book conventions in over a year because of COVID. And, everything had been put on hold because of COVID. Things are only now starting to go back to normal. Like I know in LA, they've reopened movie theaters, but it's really limited showings, like at 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock. And there's only a few movies that are playing and they kind of suck. Like A Quiet Place Part 2 looks like a sucky movie to me. I never even bothered to watch the first one. But it just looks like a jump scare or horror movie. I've seen those. Those are a dime a dozen. It does not interest me. But are there any good movies coming out this year that you know of?
Well, there is Spider-Man No Way Home.
When is that slated to come out?
December of 2021.
Okay.
And then there is next year in March 22nd, 2022, we get Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I wanted to talk about the mystery of Dragoncon. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say the mystery?
It sounds interesting, though.
Well, Dragoncon is a convention that I've been to many, many times. I've been going since 2003. And the last time I went was in 2019. I had been pre-approved for press in 2020. They canceled like only a month before the convention. And it was really annoying because Delta Airlines would not give me a refund on my airplane ticket. So I had, like a $290 credit. And so I had to use my credit by May, or I would lose my credit, or at least part of my credit. I had 2 credits because there was 1 ticket going to Atlanta, 1 ticket going back. So I pre-booked another flight using my credit since I couldn't get a refund anyway, and I've already pre-booked my hotel. The problem is that they're not allowing people to apply for press this year, Dragoncon. It's the Dragoncon page has been updated since 2019. They still have a dead link to a form to apply for press for 2020. When I contacted the press coordinator, who I'm not going to generate gossip, so I'm not going to mention him by name, but when I contacted the press coordinator for DragonCon, he kind of gave me the same runaround as last year. He was like, "Oh, we're working with the city of Atlanta to ensure the best convention ever," and it sounds like the same double talk as last year. I think what DragonCon is trying to do is they're still selling badges and memberships, which a membership is a badge at DragonCon. You get your badge with your membership, and it gets you the ability to go that year. Last year, they were still selling badges up until like a month before, and then they told people that they could transfer their membership for badges this year. And they never had to do that before. They had a virtual convention last year, DragonCon, but I couldn't go because I had to go to, well, I mean, I tried to go. You had to go to the Discord server and click on the link and join the Discord server, which I did. And there were too many people clicking on the link, and it was always a dead link because it apparently crashed. And so the virtual DragonCon sucked, and it was all intents and purposes, DragonCon was completely canceled. And so I'm hoping that they'll have DragonCon this year. But the big mystery for me is, if you really want to have DragonCon this year, why have you not updated the press page in a year and a half? And you know, if you follow DragonCon Press on their Facebook or their Twitter, they haven't really had any updates. They're very vague. It leads me to believe that they don't know what they're doing when it comes to, because this is historically unprecedented. And I worry that, you know, COVID is not completely over in the United States. We still have about 500 people a day dying. Yeah, it's not as bad as 4,000 a day, but it's still a lot. And a lot of experts predict that in the fall we'll have a third wave. And then you got different variants. So it sounds like they still haven't figured out what they're going to do for DragonCon because of COVID. So I don't know. They're probably trying to still work out the details of the city. I wonder if they're going to cancel it. I know, like, E3 Expo, which is the world's largest video game convention held in LA, they're still going to virtual, even though LA by I think June the 15th is supposed to completely or mostly reopen. They're still doing a virtual convention because of COVID. And so I wonder if DragonCon at the last minute is still going to switch to virtual, and then I'll have to cancel my flight again. And hopefully I won't lose my credit, because there's not really anywhere else I can go. There's, you know, so far there's not really any conventions anymore like there used to be. Um, you know, it's also been horrible for my YouTube channel because I don't have new interesting content. Yeah, I've uploaded some gaming videos and I do the podcast, but it's not as popular as going to a convention and interviewing people who are an interesting cosplay. But so it is really hard for me to tell what's going on, and that's the big mystery, the big uncertainty. And I wish they would just be clear and say, hey, we still haven't worked out all the details, we're still working out the details. But I guess they want to keep the money flow going by still selling memberships. I am reluctant to buy a membership. I will if I have to, but the nice thing about DragonCon is it's one of the few conventions that never sells out of badges. It's not like San Diego Comic-Con where they sell out of badges a year before. Um, you can actually still buy a badge the day of the convention. Now, that may change this year, um, but it leads me to believe that they may actually still be canceling DragonCon, because if you look at E3 Expo, E3 Expo is essentially a virtual convention. They're not going to be doing a convention in person. There's some rumors that E3 Expo this may be the actual last year that they actually have it. Let me look that up online real quick. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, that's June the 12th through June the 15th. Yeah, it's online only. It actually says that on their website. Let me share screen. There we go. You can see the E3 Expo. It's online only, interactive. The problem with that, that's not the same as actually having an actual regular convention because it's online only. You better hope that they've configured the servers and they have enough bandwidth for enough people because E3 Expo is also a large convention. It's not as big as Dragoncon or San Diego Comic-Con, but it's tens of thousands of people. And I guarantee you that online there's going to be a lot more people wanting to go. I hope it's not like Dragoncon last year where you click on the link through the server and it's a dead link because too many people have overloaded the server. But okay, so we're down to less than 10 minutes. We got 9 minutes left. Any last thoughts on your mind that you want to talk about, have an in-depth discussion for these last 9 minutes?
Yeah. I heard that Val Kilmer is going to be at what's it called? DC Fandom this year in August.
I'm not familiar with that convention. DC Fandom.
It's like a DC convention where they talk about DC stuff,
Is that the name of the convention?
Yeah, DC Fandom.
Where's that held? That's in October.
Oh, it's in October?
Yeah, I found the website. That's in October. They apparently canceled the one in 2020.
And I heard that Val Kilmer will be there, and I'm hoping that they're going to announce something like he's going to be in the Flashpoint movie. I mean, he can represent the.
Here, I'll share the screen. So there's DC Fandom, October 16th, 2021. As you can see.
Oh, yeah. Darn it, they pushed it from May to October, huh?
Yeah, well, COVID's not completely over yet, so I'm not surprised. I mean, E3 Expo is they're having an online only convention. I'm worried that's what's just going to happen to DragonCon. And I really want to go to DragonCon because it's not the same doing a virtual convention. Virtual conventions are kind of lame because you maybe get to see one or two panels at most if you're lucky. A lot of times they don't have the server infrastructure or the bandwidth available to handle a lot of guests. So I worry because the E3 Expo may be what they do with DragonCon this year, and they may be just milking people for memberships because they want to keep the money train going. And if they actually had to admit that they were only going to do a virtual convention, then they wouldn't be able to sell memberships. And I think that's probably the reason why they haven't updated the press section of their website. For what I've been told by the press coordinator, if they do press, it'll be closer to the convention, but I don't know. DragonCon is Labor Day weekend. It's the first week of September. So we shall see.
Yeah, because Val Kilmer is going to be at DC Fandom, and fans want to know what that means, and they're thinking, "Oh, does that mean he's coming back?" Because
see, Burning Man is canceled this year.
What's Burning Man?
Burning Man is like this art festival. People go out to the Nevada desert, and they have. Let me share my screen. You can see here, Burning Man is an event, community, art, self-expression, self-reliance held annually in the Western United States.
Okay, cool.
So, but they've canceled it this year, and I'm worried that they're going to cancel Dragoncon because I'm starting to see a trend here. So Burning Man is canceled in 2021. So is E3 Expo. I mean, they're having a virtual convention, but it's not actually the same as actually having the convention. So Burning Man is canceled for the second year in a row, and I'm worried that they're going to do the same with Dragoncon. But yeah. Anyway, we're down to 5 minutes. Anything else you want to talk about? Let me stop sharing that.
So would you like the Flash to go to the Val Kilmer Batman universe and stop by and see, and we can see what's going on in that universe? That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I have a feeling he's just going to have a cameo. I don't think he's going to have
I mean, just a cameo. I mean, like let's say the Flash runs to that universe and we see Val Kilmer's Batman and Chris O'Donnell's Robin, and maybe he stays there for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, right? And he runs off. That's enough, right? Because you're solidifying that and saying it's canon in the DC multiverse. It's there.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I know he's got cancer. He's got throat cancer, right?
And I know that he's had surgery and he's recovered from it, but Val Kilmer looks... You talking about Val Kilmer?
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer looks like crap. He's no longer in good shape anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that he's recovered from cancer, but he has not aged well. I don't know what the hell happened to Val Kilmer. He used to look really good, and now he's really... I mean, guess what cancer will do to you, even if you recover from it. But yeah, he does not look good. I don't think he could reprise his role as Batman.
Like, you can't even play an older Batman, like, you think? Like, maybe like
maybe like a Batman who's been disabled in battle and has like an exoskeleton, like they did in that there was an alternate Earth where Batman became like a villain.
Yeah, Earth 99.
What now?
Earth 99.
Earth 99. Yeah, I mean, if he plays like a character that's like Earth 99 Batman, who's physically disabled, but he has like a super exoskeleton suit that gives him superpowers, and he's kind of embittered and become a villain. Yeah, you could play a character like that. You could play that version of Batman, Earth 99 version.
Yeah. I know a lot of people didn't like Batman, and I know people didn't like Batman Forever. That was crap. But come on, like Batman Forever was better than Batman and Robin, right?
It was, but I didn't really care for it. I only really liked the 1989 original Tim Burton Batman, and that's it. And I like Batman Begins, and I like The Dark Knight. I do not like The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, you don't?
No, I thought The Dark Knight Rises was kind of terrible. I thought Bane, the way they portrayed him, was kind of terrible.
The way he talks.
It was just really contrived, and it was almost like they were trying to make the Occupy Wall Street people look bad. Like, he's Bane, he's one of the Occupy Wall Street people. And that's the problem I had with it, is there was this subtle conservative element where they were trying to make Bane an Occupy Wall Street protester type who railed against Wall Street, and Batman was the protector of the status quo. I didn't like it from that angle. I didn't like the way they handled Bane. There was a sense of discontinuity because the Joker didn't die in The Dark Knight, and there was no explanation for his absence. He was just not there, and at least mention what happened to the Joker. Is he in prison? Is he at Arkham Asylum? I mean, there was just a sense of discontinuity. And I didn't really care for The Dark Knight Rises. I like Batman Begins better than The Dark Knight Rises, and I like The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is my favorite Batman movie.
Definitely.
I also like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. That was a good movie. That's a Batman movie of sorts, but it mostly focuses on the Joker.
Yeah, it takes place in the 80s, I hear.
All right. Well, we got to wrap up, man. It's time.
Oh,
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching The World is a Mess. I just want to steampunk it. This is episode 27, June 7th, 2021. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years. I will.
Bye-bye.